Spišská Nová Ves, German, Neudorf, Hungarian Igló, Polish, Nowa Wieś Spiska, is a town in the Košice region of Slovakia. The town is located southeast of the High Tatras in the Spiš region, and lies on both banks of the Hornád River. It is the biggest town of the Spišská Nová Ves district. As of 2006, the population was 38,357. Tourist attractions nearby include the medieval town of Levoča, Spiš Castle and the Slovak Paradise National Park. A biennial music festival, Divertimento Musical, is held here, attracting amateur music ensembles from all over Slovakia. History. Settlement in the town's region dates to the Neolithic age. There is evidence of a prosperous society that was familiar with copper mining and processing. When the Celts arrived, they brought with them advanced iron technology. Celtic coins have been found in the region. During the 6th century, the period known as the Great Migration, Slavic tribes appeared in the Spiš region. During the 10th century, the structure of the settlement stabilized and important communication roads were established. The settlement was included within the state of Great Moravia. By the 12th century at the latest, a Slovak settlement had been established known as Igló, situated between Milinska Street and the Reduta, in the center of the present town. The settlement suffered greatly from the invading Tatars in the 13th century. Saxon colonists were settled here in the 13th century, and the settlement became known as Villa Nova or Neudorf, covering the area of the present town. Igló and Neudorf were amalgamated into one town in the second half of the 13th century. The town received market rights in the 14th century and grew to become an important market town. It became an official mining town in 1380 and had the largest street market in the Kingdom of Hungary. Copper mining was an important activity. The metal was processed in furnaces, which were fueled with wood from the surrounding forests. A Gothic bell foundry was established by Konrad Gál, who made a large hanging bell for Louis I of Hungary, and was consequently knighted in 1357. The bells made by Konrad Gál are still hanging and form an important legacy of European Gothic metal foundry. In 1412, Spišská Nová Ves, along with several other Spiš towns, was pawned as loan security by the Hungarian King Sigmund to the Polish King Vladislaus II Jagiello. This pledge lasted for 360 years. Blacksmiths were the first local craftsmen to unite into a guild, which was given royal privileges in 1436. They smelted their own ore, or built water-driven forges along the rivers Hornád and Dubnica. Coppersmiths made kettles of a specifically defined weight because kettles were widely used as a means of payment. There were charcoal burners and even resin pickers who collected resin from trees to produce stuff for greasing wagons. There were wheelwrights, coopers, weavers, joiners, gunsmiths, basket makers, bakers, furriers, tanners, cooks and millers, hunters, fishermen and beekeepers. There were many Germans living in Spiš, and through their influence the town became Lutheran in the 1540s. Between 1569 and 1674, Catholic services were forbidden in the pawn towns. There were many contacts with Poland, and this helped to stimulate the national consciousness of the Slovak people. The pawn towns were returned to the Kingdom of Hungary in 1772. In 1778, Spišská Nová Ves became the capital of the province of 16 Spiš towns. In the 19th century, the manufacture of stoneware was important in the town. The products all bore a trademark formed from the word Igló with two crossed miners' hammers. Other industrial activities included oil production and a weaving plant as well as agricultural machines. The railway provided an important means of communication from 1870. A power station was built in 1894 and living conditions improved. In July 1929, the Podtatranska výstava showed results of economic growth and made the town famous in Slovakia. During World War II, Spišská Nová Ves was taken by Soviet troops of the 18th Army on the 27th of January 1945. Spišská Nová Ves today. Spišská Nová Ves is a popular tourist attraction today, both because of the town itself and because of the unique natural beauty of the nearby Slovak Paradise Mountains. The core of the town is a lens-shaped square, typical of medieval towns. It is a cultural, administrative and business center of the Spiš region, and is rich in art and historical monuments. Foremost is the three-nave Gothic Church of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary standing in the center of the town. Its construction dates back to the 14th century and its architecture has been partly preserved. The bas-relief of the Virgin Mary's coronation on the Gothic tympanum on the south portal of the church is considered to be amongst the most beautiful in the Spiš region. It contains carvings by Master Paul of Lavoka. The side pillars are topped by Gothic pinnacles terminating in crossed rosettes. A rosette with tracery crowns the entrance of the church. The tower is 87 meters high, the tallest church tower in Slovakia. The neo-Gothic top of the tower dates from 1893 and was executed by the architect Imrich Steindl. The neo-Gothic altar dates from the end of the 19th century. The church contains several liturgical treasures. A cross-shaped silver reliquary by the Sienese court jeweler Nicholas Gallicus, a silver crucifix and monstrance attributed to Antonio from Košice, a chalice by Jan Kolbenhayer, and a rare bronze baptismal font. The Calvary group is another masterpiece from the workshop of the Master Paul of Lavoka. The church vaulted ceiling contains early Renaissance paintings with the evangelists and four angels playing on musical instruments. The evangelical church, standing next to the town hall, was built in classicist style between 1790 and 1796. It has a cross-shaped ground plan. Inside one can see an altarpiece of Christ on the Mount of Olives, painted by Danish painter Stunder. The water well is decorated with an alabaster relief of Christ with the Good Samaritan. Another valuable architectural monument is the Province House, now housing the Spiš Museum. It has a Baroque facade, but the basement dates from the 13th century. This house was the town hall from the Middle Ages until 1777. The peace treaty between John Jiskra of Brandis and the Hungarian king Vladislav was signed here in 1443. Its facade includes the underpass Lavoka Gate, within the middle of its arch the crest of the province of 16 Spiš towns. The upper part of the facade is decorated with Rococo stucco motifs representing in Latin the moral qualities required of a town official. Pondere solo utquismeretur suumcuique dienoctuque in somn ISCUSDOSHINCOCULOSNUSQUAM. The town hall was built between 1777 to 1779 in the classical style, and was reconstructed in the mid-1990s. The main facade faces south while the main entrance is on the north side. The south facade has three big arched windows situated between four semi-columns under a massive tympanum. One can see within the tympanum the city's coat of arms between two griffins. The two inner columns have Ionic capitals. The council chamber occupies 2 floors and is lavishly decorated with pilasters and sgraffito with motifs of drapery alternating with the city coat of arms. The theatre building, Reduta, was built in Art Nouveau style between 1899 and 1902 by the Budapest architect Koloman Gerster. He divided its northern and southern part by a risalith. He accentuated the corners of the building by 4 turrets. He prolongated the western part into a semicircular vestibule. The stage wall is decorated with murals by the local painter Joseph Hanula. Today the building combines a theater, a richly decorated concert hall and a restaurant. Demographics. According to the 2001 census, the town had 39,193 inhabitants. 94.21% of inhabitants were Slovaks, 1.93% Roma and 0.51% Czechs. The religious makeup was 69.81% Roman Catholics, 16.95% people with no religious affiliation, 3.17% Lutherans and 3.05% Greek Catholics. Transport. Spišská Nová Ves railway station is a junction between the Košice-Žilina railway, which is part of Slovakia's main east-west rail corridor, and a 12 km spur line to Livoča. Regular passenger services on the spur line have been suspended since 2003. International relations. Twin towns. Sister city Spišská Nová Ves is twinned with